They'll be like, "Oh, comrade, you Russian? Буду съезжу, сейчас сяду, yeah." Oh, my name is FPSRussia. Yes, you've told us this. Now, Buroshin,
they won't know. They won't know.
Remember to like and subscribe.
They won't know. Should we have gone? Should we have gone, Taylor? And like let me ask you this.
No.
Think about where
Should we have gone to an active war zone?
Yes. No, bear with me here for a
question,
second.
Taylor.
Look, we only get one life, right?
Yeah, that's my argument.
Okay. With me here. Like I feel like I was reading that thing, or not reading, but watching that YouTube video about the same thing. When the conquistadors came and they were conquering South America, and the guy had this, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was the guy who was writing. He was like, can you imagine a more like incredible feat? We are truly the heroes of mankind. We burned the ships we came here on, giving ourselves no way of retreat. And we have walked amongst millions, 400 strong, and like conquered them. And
that is one of the biggest W's of all time.
And it was like, man, I had a good KD one time.
Man, one time I had a nuke.
It's like maybe we should have geared up and went, Taylor, so that we could live our best life, our warrior life, like our 500 years ago. I think our like Irish chubby ancestors would have taken up arms and traveled across the stormy seas to do battle with these what were they called back then? The Rus.
The Huns.
The Rus. That was the ancient name for the Russians. It is. It's the Rus.
Yeah, the Rus.
Yeah.
Fucking fact check me then.
You're right. You're right. I was joking about the Huns, and Wendigoon gave me a pity laugh, and that was it. That's all we needed.
It was the Rus.
Kyle, what
I fact checked.
Actually happened is
it's the Mopes.
Dude, the Mopes, Cherry. Like we would have been fucked, because we would have gone over there and they would have been like, throw these two American retards on the front and tell them to walk.
That's where I want to go. First of all, they're not gonna think of American. I'm gonna wear my FPSRussia gear, and I'm doing the accent the whole fucking time. Look, I've kept it up.
Know.
They're not gonna know.
They'll be like, "Oh, comrade, you Russian? Буду съезжу, сейчас сяду, yeah." Oh, my name is FPSRussia. Yes, you've told us this. Now, Buroshin,
they won't know. They won't know.
Remember to like and subscribe.
They would be so mad. Is what would actually happen. I remember I was.
So you came here for, you say, memes?
I remember I was at like E3 or VidCon. I don't remember which, but I was outside the convention center, and like I always did the accent when I was at those things.
Of course,
like 100% of the time, because I need some little cocksucker to like record me and be like, and just like make a big deal. You know, I ruined the fun for the children. I view myself like Santa Claus, right? Like this isn't a conspiracy against you guys, right? You know, this is about making it fun for kids. Anyway,
it was me. I was the children.
You were the one, yeah.
That was it.
But like I saw Philip DeFranco, and he like walked up to me. He was like, hey, blah blah blah, and I think he'd been a little bit rude about me in a video or two. So there was no way he was going to get to meet Kyle that day.
I like him.
I was like,
that's a kid to meet Kyle.
I was like, you're not going to get to meet Kyle today. So I was like, oh, Philip DeFranco, very nice to meet you. Know, went through the whole fucking thing, acted like I wasn't. I was blown away by LA and the tall buildings and shit. And like, oh, running water everywhere. You know, the whole fucking thing.
Wow, where is open sewer where you piss?
And I could see him being actively annoyed that I wouldn't drop the shtick. And like we had like a 2-3 minute conversation, maybe. I don't really remember, but like I remember him walking away and being like, I could tell he was even less impressed by me than he was when the conversation had begun, and I did not give a fuck. And then though, like because I'd been standing there talking to Philip DeFranco for so long, 3 minutes is long enough in that crowd that like if the two of us are standing there,
you noticed
a crowd had gathered a bit, and this Russian lady with a child immediately approached me and started speaking fucking Russian and gesturing toward her child, and he's nodding up at me. Now I can put the body language together here. She's saying, "This is little Alexei. He's a big fucking fan of yours. It's great to see a Russian role model who isn't like a villain." I guarantee she said something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
this
I
is little
say,
Sergey. He's very offended by your offensive caricature.
but she's speaking fucking Russian, and like there isn't an English word in there, and Russian's not doesn't sound a lot like English. This isn't Spanish where I can work shit out. So
a couple sneezes and a cough.
I like leaned in and I was like, "Ma'am, it's a character that I do. I'm kind of an actor. I wouldn't call myself that, but it's a character thing. I'm not Russian." And she got red-faced and angry and stormed away with her child. I mean, the conversation did not go any further. I don't even remember if she spoke another word after I said that. I think she may have just stormed off.
Sad.
Did you feel guilty for being such a shameless trickster?
Yeah, I was like, got her.
Another bitch in my web.
But no, whenever somebody's like, "I knew you weren't Russian," it's like, well, maybe if you watched from the very beginning of the channel and you watched the accent evolve over the course of 3 years, you might know that. But to the average Russian who watched like name a video that got a lot of views, they couldn't tell.
Oh man,
nah, I knew the whole time.
That boy,
and it wasn't just because we were friends at the time.
That boy grew up to be Vladimir Putin. Believe it or not.
That's
that
bit of time travel involved, but yeah.
It lines up. Don't count. I know.
Yeah, VidCon 1957.
You want to talk about conspiracy theories, Wendigoon? A guy named Vladimir, his arch rival, is a guy whose name is also Vladimir, basically, but with Y's. We're supposed to believe Volodymyr versus Vladimir.
Yeah, okay,
really?
Elites.
Yeah,
sure.
I believe it. Yeah, okay.
Definitely not.
It's
Ukraine's
all fake.
definitely real and not a psyop.
I don't even know if Ukraine is real.
Russia exists. Sure, whatever you say, government.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're just being like questioning about everything.
Taylor,
it's like, I'm sure.
If you think Vladimir versus Volodymyr doesn't make any sense. This one's going to blow
hate
your
the
mind.
name Volodymyr. It doesn't flow.
I don't like it either. It doesn't roll off the English tongue.
No,
you got to be a filthy Slav for that
It's
to
a
make sense.
horrible name.
You gotta have that gunk on your tongue because you never brush your teeth to pronounce words with that.
Volodymyr. No, Vladimir.
Yeah,
just,
you need
just
a little
do Vladimir.
Yeah. Can't do it. This one's really gonna blow your mind. Then American Revolution. Who was that fought between?
Well,
there were several
us
generals.
and the British and
what
the French joined in.
George
Okay.
Washington, King George.
George and George
yeah.
faced off. Yeah.
Yep.
That's true. And our George was better in the end.
Well, yeah, ours who lost every battle he was ever in except two.
You know, if you're gonna put everything under a microscope, then yeah, it doesn't look right.
yeah, if you count who won, sure, whatever.
I don't know if you've ever heard the old lose the battle but win the war.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. That's like when people are like the Nazi regiments actually did the best. They had the best KD, and it's like, yeah, they all did have the best KD. And how'd the game wrap up? Okay, like